What is good, everybody? We are back in the whip. I just came back from the gym doing some arms. I'm gonna just sit here and play with my hair for a second, so that way I don't have the bangs showing up in the front. But so I thought of this. I thought of something that I really wanted to share. Now, firstly, I want to talk a little bit about one of the videos that I made that was about going from being on the NoFap journey, watching porn every day, to being more social and getting girls out at the club, right? And that video got 136 views or something like that last time I checked. That is awesome, and I just wanted to say, anybody that's watching this and has watched that, thank you so much. That's incredible. So I am going to say that if this content has been positive for you, you've been learning something, it's entertaining, please feel free to like and subscribe, because if a lot of people are watching this, I want to kind of know what kind of content is working, what kind of content do you guys find helpful, what do you guys want to learn. So comment down below, like, subscribe, become active. I would love for you guys to join the family. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about here, I'm going to turn my air conditioner up a little bit because it's hot out here in New York, but I wanted to talk about dealing with anxiety, dealing with frustration, dealing with depression when you're on the NoFap journey, because those three things are very important. Because why most people relapse and why most people resort back to watching porn is through those moments of weakness where they feel frustrated, they feel weak, they feel sad, they feel stressed out, and they want to get some sort of relief, right? Now, the crazy thing is that stuff is never going to go away, right? And it's funny because everybody deals with it. I was actually just watching the South Park episode, for anybody that watches South Park, and Cartman had this cardboard box over his head that said, "I have anxiety." And he was on his phone inside of the box, and Kyle kept yelling at him to move out of the way, or he was just being there, and he's like, "You're making fun of people with anxiety." And then Kyle goes, "Everybody has anxiety, we all deal with it, but we all just get out there and we get over it because we're not pieces of shit." And then Cartman's like, "Everybody has anxiety?" And then he goes off and does some dumb shit that Kyle's like, "Oh God, what did I do?" And I thought it was really funny, and it was really true, because that's the thing, I think where a lot of the times the weakness of NoFap comes from, and where the relapses come from, is the failure to connect with other people. And I know, because if I go a few days of being isolated and not talking to other people, I feel it. I feel some type of way. I feel this emptiness, or this shallowness of I feel so isolated, I feel alone, I feel anxious, I feel like I'm not doing the right thing, I feel unproductive, right? The more times that you feel that, the more likely you are to relapse. Thankfully, because of my self-awareness and because I've been in the NoFap journey for quite some time, I'm able to kind of pinpoint that and be like, whoa, man, we need to figure out why you're feeling this way. And porn is not the answer. And no relapse happened, thankfully. And I think that that's very, very powerful to know. There are other ways to deal with stress. There's other ways to deal with frustration. There's other ways to deal with anxiety. And the truth is, especially if you're somebody that owns their own business, or you're a student, or you're higher up in a company, of a high stress job, you have kids to feed, you have responsibilities. The more responsibilities you have, the more stress and the more frustrations and the more responsibilities that you have, it causes tension up there, especially when things start to go the way that you don't really necessarily want it to go, and then it didn't go as planned. Those moments are so crucial. This is why it's so important to be on the path of improvement. When you're on the path of improvement, see, you can kind of make jokes on people that are in the self-help, that are in self-improvement, that are trying to better themselves, because they can be a little bit over dramatic about it. But honestly, what other choice do you have? most people, they live their life goofy as all hell. They live goofy. They want to like they want to like entertain and impress people. They want validation from people. They'll work a job that they feel like isn't that fulfilling, but will get the job done. And they're on like that like narrow path, right? They're pretty much just doing kind of like what's easy, what's simple, and they're just kind of like going that route right away. Versus like, you know, a guy who is just like doing his own thing. He's trying to work on his own business. He's trying to work on his communication skills. He's trying to socialize more. He's trying to open up. He's trying to make more money. He's trying to adopt a more calm and present feeling when connecting with other people. Like whatever the case is, right? Excuse me. Whatever the case is, you got to be trying to improve stuff. That is really the key of like beating anxiety and depression, is like constantly doing stuff, right? Like how to stop worrying and start living. Start doing shit. And it sounds so simple, but obviously there are a lot of people that struggle with being able to do stuff. And even I struggle with it from time to time. This past week, I'll be straight, guys, was not a good business week. I lost a couple clients. I did gain some clients the week before, but I lost a couple clients this week. I had a bunch of people that I wanted to enroll into my coaching program, and they kind of just flaked out, right? And it's kind of frustrating because I want to be able to help these people and I want to help them change their lives, but for whatever reason, something just didn't go, and that's okay. Like, I get it. Like, people need to save money and things of that nature. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like, well, anyway, the point being is you want to be able to have something that, like, gets you out of the bed in the morning. And even, like, from this week, I think there was, like, this fog in my head that was, like, kind of blinding me. First off, I was thinking way too much about like money, like just wanting to make more money, right? And where the focus should be on is trying to help people, right? If you try to help people, you this goes for like every single type of business, every single type of field. If your main goal is to help people achieve something, you will eventually get paid for it, right? I feel like my focus has more so been on the money aspect rather than trying to help people, rather than giving out the advice, putting myself out there, giving the information, you know, being able to have connections and like actually doing that with like authenticity versus just being like, oh my God, I hope that this person enrolls because I want to make money, right? It's easy to just think about that, you know, wanting to just make some cash, but there's more to that. There's got to be purpose behind it, you know? And that's what's really huge about this whole thing, is just having that purpose, right? So if you want to stop relapsing, if you want to stop letting go, or you want to stop letting frustration and anxiety and depression like take over your life, man, you got to create some sort of purpose. And, you know, I feel like there are like 3 things that really put somebody from, you know, where they are now in like a shitty position of like watching porn regularly, not exercising, not eating healthy, not being able to communicate with confidence, right? Firstly, there needs to actually be the want and the desire to do it. And as a coach, I've experienced many people that come onto my program, and there's many different types of people. There are the people that will literally text me after every single workout, every single day, after they watch a video, a training video, you know, they'll be like, okay, I applied this, I'm doing this. And you can see like, oh, like you're very active, you're a very active worker. You're doing things that are like, oh, like you're really trying to better yourself and put yourself in a better situation. Then I've had clients that literally will just ignore my text messages when I try to reach out to them. They won't complete their workouts. They're just, I don't know. I literally don't know, because they're not communicating with me. And could it be partially my fault? I'm definitely accepting the responsibility of it. But it goes to show that there are definitely like different types of people out there. And I think what you really want to be is like that person that is like hungry, that is like constantly trying to improve stuff. There's firstly a desire to do something. 2, they have some sort of role model or mentor that will put them into the light and will make them follow that path. And then the third thing is that they have a clear strategy on what it is that they're doing to get to where they want to be. So I really do think that those 3 things need to be implemented when it comes to actually like changing your life. Because if you don't, if you kind of half-ass like, yeah, like I kind of want to quit porn, but like porn's awesome, bro. Like porn's awesome. Why quit it, bro? Like it's awesome. It's fun. You're stuck. If that's your attitude, you're stuck. If you're like, man, like I really want to quit porn, I just don't know how to do it. That's step 1. That's like fucking level 1. That is like one of the most important things out there, is actually having the desire to get better and to improve. So that's pretty much it, guys. I just kind of wanted to go over some of those things. You know, get out there, get hungry, feel like you want to improve. And please, guys, if this is something that you like, if this is something that you feel like the content is like kind of nice, like I would like to keep doing this. I kind of want to see like who's out there. Like I really want to connect with some of you guys. If there's anybody out there like who watched multiple of my NoFap videos, please like comment down below. Like I want to say what's up. Like that's so, I feel like that'd be so cool to connect with some people through this fucking YouTube thing, guys. So please feel free, subscribe and like the video, comment down below. I'd love to connect with you guys. Anyway, this is Jason, your strength and confidence coach. Peacing out. Have a great one, guys.